Welcome to Empower. We are glad that you're together with us today. It has been a great week, and I believe that the Lord has taken care of you, and that is why you are with us today. My name is Beatrice Chuchu, and in this program, we focus on people and workplace. As I always say, God has a plan for you, and it is good for you to ensure that you accomplish that purpose on earth before your days are gone. And that is why we are here today. And this year we decided to focus on being light in whichever field that God has placed us. And that is why we are continuing today, and I have a special guest with us. I want to invite her to introduce herself, then we can move forward. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Beatrice, thank you for having me here. I'm very excited to be here and just share about my career and also the faith. My name is Elizabeth Wambui Kimani. I am born again. Love Jesus as my personal savior. In my career, I am an electrical engineer by profession and training, but currently I am I'm training as an electrical engineer trainer at Limuru Technical. I train electrical engineering students. Yes.
Wow. So when you did electrical engineering, did you do it to be, what do you become? You become an electrical
engineer. Yes.
So did you train to be an electrical engineer, or did you ever think of being a trainer the way you're doing now?
I never thought of being a trainer. Actually trained to be an electrical engineer because my passion in the area of electrical engineering is solar energy. And I actually practiced for 6 years as an electrical engineer, installing solar installations across the country and also setting up power lines in different booster stations for Safaricom.
Yes.
And then at some point, I was so much in my career to a point whereby my work in ministry, I could no longer have time for ministry. And I really, at some point, I really felt like I really wanted to do ministry, but the time was not, I was not able to do it. So I really sought God and wondered, oh God, how can this happen? I love my engineering and I still want to serve you, but I only have time to just go for the Sunday service. And go home. Weekends, you know, electrical engineering, how it works. If a transformer is not working, you are called wherever you are.
Oh, those are like the people that work with Kenya Power, for example?
Yes, for example. You cannot say me, I'm in a ministry somewhere. People need their power connected.
And so we keep calling at, hey, please, can you sort this?
Yes. So you need to just show up. And then I wondered, how can I do both? I really had to really seek God. And to be honest, this opportunity to train came up. And I wondered, wow, God, this is like, it was like God had really brought this opportunity. And I said, let me apply. If I go through, this will be an opportunity to be both impactful and also practice. You practice because I'm a technical trainer. I train people in TVET, meaning you need to do practicals with them, you need to show. And then another thing I realized is when I went to the industry, I had gotten a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. A lot of the learning I had done was theoretical. Very little practicals, if any. Actually, my first encounter with practicals was when I went for attachment. So when I went to the field, now I had finished graduating, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm ready to take over the world. Oh.
You don't have the experience.
You don't have the experience. And then I discovered everywhere I would go, there were people who are very good at what they were doing. And then after you stay with them for a while, you wonder you ask them what they did. They had done diploma.
And you have a degree.
And you have a degree. So I learned if you want to learn how to actually do the work, follow the diplomist people. Follow them.
It's like you have to calm down a bit, humble yourself. Forget that you have a degree, but you want to learn.
Actually, it's not even a matter of forgetting. You need to totally disregard. The knowledge you have is just for you when they're explaining something. You know what is voltage, you know what is current, you know everything. But you need to know the work. And then I came and realized later on, after working around with people who had the technical hands-on skills, I realized that when I was brought now to managerial roles, because eventually the path of an engineer at some point in Kenya would be a manager.
Yes, yes.
Because engineers outside the country, their work is to invent. And very rarely invention happens in Kenya.
Yes.
So a lot of the engineers in Kenya, you'll find themselves are the ones applying, putting up stations, but they are managing a company. So for you to be a good manager and as an electrical engineer, you need to know. People can't tell you they need 7 cables and you don't know the inches.
Yes.
Because you've never done it. Your company will just run in losses.
That's true.
You don't know what's happening out there because all you know is, I know this should work. And it's true it's working.
It does.
But you don't know how many cables did we need. What was the size of the cable we needed? What was the voltage we needed to supply? So it helped me a lot in that. By the time I was coming up and a bit higher to a project engineer at some point. So when now fast forward to now 7 years down the line, I am doing so well in my career. I was actually just about to go higher. Then I realized there's something missing.
Yes, there's something you're not attending
something that's not happening. And from the time I knew Christ in campus, I just had a love for missions, going for missions, reaching out. And I now couldn't do them anymore. So I wondered, how could I do that? So when this opportunity to train came, I saw this is it. Not even training. I'm not saying I won't train in universities, but training diploma students, this is it. You actually tell them you are the people we are waiting for. It is you. And you make sure they get the training completely hands-on, what they need to do. Yeah, and even in this path as an educator, I've not been here very long, maybe 2 to 3 years as an educator in electrical engineering. Another thing I've learned is, even as the government is trying to go towards CBC, I won't talk about CBC, I'll talk about CBE, competency-based education, where you train the people at the technical level to actually, when they go out there, they are competent. Competent means you can do. You can do what I'm telling you to do. So when I've started realizing this, it's a very good push to push people towards that.
Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. And I think I've listened to you and I've loved it because you reached a point and realized there's a side that is not working. And because this is another area that you really focused on. You want to serve God. But your work is too much. That you cannot have that time. But also I appreciate that you had to take time to pray about it. Because sometimes we reach a crossroad and you don't know what to do. And you're stuck. Do you want to leave the job? You get so much frustrated. But I think that's where the difference comes in for us who know the Lord, that you can actually call God and talk to Him and ask Him to guide you. Wow. Now, so now you decided, I want to train. How is it working with the ministry? You can see it is really...
It's working wonderfully. Let me say it's working wonderfully because, first of all, you're very impactful. Direct, you see direct impact. If anything, I think now I'm more sensitive. Because this is a life. This is a person who the parents have entrusted you. Please train them. By the time they come out of here, they should be able to do something. I'm paying school fees. So I find that a lot. It has a lot of impact. Maybe I don't know, as a human being or as a Christian. For me, it's twofold in both cases, that you can impact a student this way. In terms of time, it's good because there's never really an emergency in education. That now you need to come at midnight and teach this person. Maybe when they are towards exams, you need to give them more time to practice and refresh them for the exam. So it's working wonderfully. I'm able all weekends to do ministry whenever I'm needed. I'm able to be in church to serve when I'm needed to. It had also reached a point socially, it was a bit difficult. All my friends were only my fellow engineers. I'd meet you in the field.
So that's where you're spending a lot of your time. Actually, almost 100%.
So it was really, I'm not trying to say that electrical engineers or engineers in whole is a wrong field, because we actually serve in the workplace. I would really reach out to my fellow engineers. Everywhere you'd go, those are people. You can't say those are not people.
No, they are people.
When you're doing everything to build this nation, you're serving God. But for me as an individual, there was always this, where is the missions part of Elizabeth? What are you doing?
The campus lady who would go out for missions.
Who go out for missions. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. That's not so nice. But when you're growing up, how did this electrical engineering come in? Is it that something you desired or you look forward to, or did you find yourself doing it? Because sometimes we go to campus and do some courses, or even colleges and do courses that you really don't even know what you're doing. It's not that you love them, but you just have to do it. So how did it come to be for you?
For me, how it came about is, I'm told when I was small, my work was to destroy everything. It destroy in terms of, if I'd find a speaker, I want to go behind the speaker. Where is that voice coming from? And remove things, disconnect things. And then as I grew older, I always speak about this. There used to be a program called MacGyver. A MacGyver was about a person who would just show up somewhere, there's danger, and then they'd use everything around them to do something. So at some point I asked my dad, how does this person know to do this? I was in primary. He told me, when you go to high school, make sure you do physics. Then you'll become like MacGyver. So when I went
was a motivator.
I was very motivated. So when I went to high school, I went and did physics. From there, when we had people who would come over, the alumni girls, they would share. And I would really relate with the engineers when they would speak. I would say, this is a path I want to do, projects, you're able to run them. So for me, it was from way before. And I even remember when, at some point, the marks I got, the cutoff were not enough. And I really cried.
Wow.
But my father is a very stern man, and he told me, you, what your grades, what you have gotten, is that what you'll do. Look for a grade that suits. Look for a course that suits your grades.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, a college opened up that was suiting my grade. And I really went for it. So for me, it was a passion from way before.
Do you know not many people actually do follow, like you realize this is what I did in campus, this is what I'm pursuing in life, and it's actually my passion. You realize some of us do some courses, then later in life you're able to switch somewhere and follow a path that you really love. And that is so amazing. I know we should be taking a break in a short while, but I want to know this. How has your faith influenced your career journey? Would you say that, okay, I would love to hear how your faith has really influenced your movement from campus all along when you came to know the Lord until where you are today. So maybe you can start there before we
I would say my faith has influenced my career in terms of, first of all, in all that I do, I need to seek God. Because I realize there's so much I can do. There's so much opportunity there's so many paths all the time open for you to take. But if you seek the Lord, you're able to know now, this is where the Lord wants you. This is where he knows you'll thrive and you'll be able to be of impact even in your career. Be it when it came to choosing roles, be it when now wondering, do you need to go to another workplace to get better terms? Actually, is the Lord trying to train me here? I need to stay. No, I should not be in a rush to go somewhere else.
Maybe for money.
So, so prayer has been very key. And it has also helped me in terms of, there are times when you find yourself in compromising situations whereby every temptation is there to do wrong, cut shortcuts, but you remember it is God that you're serving. It's not man. When you can't go in the evening and tell God thank you for the day, and then he'll remind you, your conscience will sear. What did you do? So at all times, even when it cost me or when I had to do something, I would say God cost me. Because the Bible says we obey the Lord. You show him that we love him in our obedience. So if I really love him, I had to obey him. So in that way, it has impacted my career.
Wow, thanks so much, Elizabeth. We're taking a short break. Thanks so much for being part of this program, and I believe that you're learning with us. We'll be right back. Don't go far.